Hi Pisces, welcome to your new moon. In Taurus, tarot reading. Let me get the cards out for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on with you. So it looks like a lot is going on with you. Great, great, great. The new moon in Taurus is taking place on Tuesday, May 15th, here on the West Coast. All right. Okay, so we have the bottom of the deck, the Empress. Things are fertile for you in this chart, in this new moon in Taurus chart. Creative, really step into the feminine energy. All right, so the new moon in Taurus is happening in your 4th house of family, home, and where you are grounded. We have one card to represent each house in your astrological chart, and then each house represents an area in your life. So we'll have all areas in your life covered for this new moon in Taurus. All right, so we have the Empress for the overall feel of the deck. Just feminine lushness, being one with nature, really receiving, and how appropriate, we just had Mother's Day on Sunday. That kind of like lush, Mother Earth, Mother energy. Really lead with that. All right. And then, kind of adding to this energy, we have the center of the deck, or the center of the chart, the tarot spread, that represents you. We have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is kind of cheeky. So you're going to be really lush in your Mother Earth energy, but you're also going to be a tad mischievous over this next month. Have a good time. Know that there's abundance around every corner, Pisces. Sometimes you feel like money kind of flows in and out of your life. Have fun, be witty, be cheeky, and see where the abundance comes in. You don't always have to follow the rules. All right, so we have the first house. Let's start off with a bang here. The first house represents personality, your personal style, and your waking life. And your card is the Devil, reversed. With the Devil reversed, this is about letting go. It's like you're literally like falling out of hell and purgatory. You've been feeling chained up, you've been feeling trapped. And the Devil reversed is showing you that you may be super trapped, and then you need more than a tarot reading. But hopefully you can look around and start to just kind of let yourself free. Let yourself float away. Maybe there are some places where you need to be extra fiery to then get what you want, so then you can break yourself free. Rescue yourself. With the second house represents money, self-worth, what you value. The second house is the natural house of Taurus. So in your astrological chart, Taurus really flavors the 4th house. But Taurus naturally lives, Taurus's house is the second house. So this house is also going to be very affected by the new moon. And we have the Two of Wands reversed. So either you're stalling on a choice around passion and you need to make that choice, or you've already made the choice and you're kind of watching, you're sort of like in this weird limbo place where you're like, whoa, I made the choice and I can't go back, but this is what I value. And that's okay. It was in the name of passion. And the card is approving of this choice that you made. But if you haven't made the choice, make it, commit, even if it seems scary. All right, third house, the house of communication, showing you that it is really good that you made that choice because we have the Hangman reverse. The Hangman reverse looks like he's dancing. He's dancing away from this place where he's just, he couldn't move, he's been hanging out. And so he is no longer stuck in limbo. He is no longer biding his time when it comes to communicating, talking to people, gathering information. He is well on his way. All of a sudden, he is free to really express who he really is. All right, so this is where the Taurus new moon is happening in your astrological chart in your fourth house. We also have on Tuesday, Uranus, the planet of chaos and rebellion and freedom, moving into the fourth house, your fourth house, moving into the sign of Taurus for 7 years. And this card that we've picked is the Nine of Swords. There was recently a big ending that had to do with your foundation, that had to do with your family, that had to do with your home. And now you're going on a journey based on that ending. Other people might not understand this journey, but it's important that you go anyway. This will be, very fruitful for you. And then we have the fifth house. The fifth house is represented by children, by love affairs, by creativity. And we have the Four of Swords. So again, your communication style is really going to serve you when it comes to love affairs and creativity this month. It's actually going to be what stabilizes you. Having a good time, chatting it up, maybe being more chat. Sometimes you can be a little shy, Pisces, being a little bit more chatty than usual is really going to get you going, because you're going on a journey. When you love to be structured, you're going on a journey to find a new type of structure in your life. And so it's important for you to find your stability in enjoying the ride. Okay, we have our sixth house. Our sixth house is daily ritual, your health, and your pets. Those things you do day to day. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. You're holding back on your passion in your day-to-day life, and this is not going to serve the journey. So this is something that you really need to take a good hard look at, see what you're neglecting, and I bet it will bring a lot of ease to your day-to-day life. Seventh house, the house of marriage, the house of partnership, the house of open enemies. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. This is all about surrender. Surrender and let the love come in. You may be coming to a new phase in your life when it comes to partnership. It may seem a little scary for you, Pisces, because you like to go with the flow, you like to be poetic and artistic and commitment. It's your thing, but you're kind of more into like the romance. Okay, well, it's time to commit. Eighth house, represented by sex, death, and other people's money. This is the detective house. Lots of clues, lots of things to figure out and get to the bottom of. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So, the Eight of Pentacles is all about like working on your craft. I like how with this they're like traveling. It looks like they're rolling down the mountain, but I think of them as like traveling like up the mountain. Or maybe they're being like shot down from heaven down to the house because the house is on fire, so you've been working on something in your house. And then the abundance comes after that. Oh, I like that one too. So this is about really honing a skill, really working on something in your eighth house. So maybe that's working on and like enjoying it because you're a crafts person, really taking joy in your work. It's hard work, but it's fun hard work. Okay, with eighth house matters, maybe you're starting your own business and you will be working with other people's money. Maybe it has something to do with your sex life. You're trying new things. Okay. Oh, and you know what? And maybe it's some sort of rebirth with the death aspect. You're coming back metaphorically from the dead. And you're really going to work on this new version of yourself and really take a lot of joy in that. And you're excited to see, what type of abundance this brings you. Ninth house. This house is represented by foreign travel, by adventure, by religion, publishing, ideas, philosophy. Ace of Swords. Go on that trip, learn lots, face the conflict of different ideas, other people's ideas. Don't be afraid to engage in that conflict of different ideas, other people's ideas, your own ideas. Go on an adventure. You're already on an adventure and you're going in the right direction. Again, connecting to that, we have the Six of Swords for your 10th house, the house of your career. You are, again, going on a journey for your career. It can be an intellectual journey where you're really trying new things. And you're embarking on something that you've really never done before. It can, with Six of Swords, most definitely be a physical journey, an actual, real life, traveling journey. For your career, are you going to a conference? Are you moving somewhere for a new job? This connects nicely with the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, and your career. All right, we have the 11th house. This is the house that is represented by the organizations that you belong to, the groups of friends that you frequent, and your hopes and your desires. We have the Seven of Cups. So you may be presented many options. You're getting the Ace of Swords for the 9th house, the Six of Swords for the 10th house. You may have a few travel options for different versions of your career. The Seven of Cups is kind of presenting you your options, but also telling you to make a decision. With the number 7 in the tarot, it's like a challenge or a lesson. I even kind of see it like it's like a trick. So you're like, oh, this all looks so good. But there is a right answer, especially when it comes to your hopes and desires. So get really clear on what you actually want and then decide. Because you can't do it all, Pisces, even though you think you can be many places at once. You know, with this Taurus new moon happening in your 4th house, it is about grounding, and that's something that you really need in your life with your artistic free spirit. So even though all the apples look delicious, pick the perfect apple for you, because you got to make space that, there's another apple who's perfect for someone else, and you wouldn't want to deprive them of their apple. You need to make space for them to come up to. Finally, in the 12th house, the 12th house is the house that your sign, it is the house of your sign, Pisces. It is the house that your sign loves to live in. We have the Priestess reversed. The 12th house is all about things that we're afraid of, our spirituality, our psychic energy. Basically, if you're a Pisces, you're psychic. I'm sure you've all felt this, Pisces, all you Pisces out there. It's also the house of your dream life. Many Pisces are known for being dreamy. Maybe people call you spacey, but I like to think of it as just you're being dreamy, you're daydreaming, because you see your dreams in your waking life as well, because you're ruled by the 12th house. With the Priestess reversed, though, maybe you're not listening to your intuition as well as you usually do. Maybe there's something you're afraid of, and so you're kind of not tapping into that inner knowing that you naturally have. This could also mean, though, going back to that seven of Cups in the 11th house, you're really in touch with your intuition. I think it's more, sometimes your intuition is big, like, oh yeah, try this, try that. All of these things will, especially Pisces, if you've become really aligned over time, to really focus in on things, because you've learned that being flowy all the time can be just really a hard way to live. And so in some ways, I think this Priestess reverse is telling you to sort of rein it in, decide, focus, hone in on what you really want, versus like, oh, all of these options could be cool, and you could dream up how these would all work out. Focus. You have a mission to accomplish here. Taurus is about being simplistic and practical. So this new moon wants your practicality. And the Priestess is guiding you in this direction. And I think when you hone into what you really want in good Taurus practical fashion, that will bring the abundance that you crave. So keep it sweet, keep it sassy. Oh, let's see what we've got here. 9 of Cups. Yep, confirming that like emotional ending of different dreams. To hone in for that one. Okay, let's look. Okay, King of Swords reversed. So you're falling off that throne and you're getting dirty in the mud and you're picking that one idea that really works for you. All right, great. So hone in, be a little mischievous, be a little naughty, and go. It's a big journey. It's a big journey spread for you. Awesome, Pisces.